Nicki Minaj just went on a super intense rant defending her new husband, Kenneth Petty, and she had some words for Wendy Williams. What is up, you guys? Happy Monday. It's Sizzle Morad here with Clevver News, and Nicki Minaj is coming for talk show host Wendy Williams for stirring the pot and putting a target directly on her high school sweetheart husband. As Wendy would probably know by now, Nicki doesn't play like that. So we had the weekend to digest what went down on Friday during Nicki's newest episode of Queen Radio, but Nicki doesn't forget those kinds of fighting words, especially when she made a vow to her man to ride or die with him in sickness or in health. And that she did. Nicki went to bat for her husband, Kenneth Petty, and it wouldn't be the first time Wendy Williams got an earful from a celebrity because of something she said about them on her show. The controversial host had a lot to say about Kenneth recently, saying, "I don't know what he does for a living. I just know that he did time in jail. He's a sex offender." Well, she's no stranger to that because her brother is in jail for sex offending. Well, first-degree manslaughter. Now, he served 7 years in prison and he's also a sex offender, so that means that he is a manslaughter, a killer? Okay, so he's a killer and a sex offender. Well, Nicki, congratulations. For those of you who aren't familiar with the backstory, Wendy's claims didn't exactly come out of nowhere. The reason that Kenneth has been considered controversial is that according to online records from the New York Division of Criminal Justice Services, he's a registered sex offender who was convicted of attempted rape of a 16-year-old girl. Kenneth also pleaded guilty to a first-degree manslaughter charge years later and served 7 years in prison, according to records obtained by People. Following Nicki's claims back in September that she was going to retire from music, she did confirm last week that she is now, in fact, married to Kenneth, and it appears Wendy had some thoughts to express on this news. As you can imagine, this clearly didn't sit lightly with Nicki, who fired back on her latest episode of Queen Radio with a few words of her own. She started out by saying, quote, "There are people who report the news and there are people who do it with an evil intent in their heart, viciousness. And I pray for you because I know you're hurting and I know you must be sick and humiliated. I didn't know that in our society you have to be plagued by your past. I didn't know that people can't turn over a new leaf. I didn't know that your viciousness and evilness was this deep-rooted." Nicki clearly wasn't finished. She continued to stress the fact that Wendy has been so damaged in her past, which is the cause of her evil by nature words towards others. Nicki added, "When a woman isn't really being loved at home, the viciousness is a different type. So I really wanted to pray for you today, because look at where you are now in your life. Look at what age you are. I know we're human first. We're human before we're celebrities. We're human before we're personas. And I know you must have gone through a lot, but you are demonic, and that's why this stuff unfolded. If I were you, I would go and pray, ask for forgiveness. You can report the news, people do it all the time, without the level of viciousness and trying to play dumb and doing all this nonsense." Nicki then touched on the known facts surrounding her husband's time behind bars and what really went down over 20 years ago, according to her. She defended his past, also revealing on Queen Radio that he was wrongfully accused of rape and that his alleged victim tried to recant her statement against him. Nicki said, "And when the alleged accuser wrote a letter to the judge asking to recant the statements, she was told that she would go to jail for 90 days, allegedly, if she recants the statement." She also added that Kenneth's rape charge stemmed from a consensual relationship in his teen years. So based on what Nicki has said, it appears there are multiple sides to every story. Nicki clearly has had enough of the hate from critics for quite some time now. Back when rumors hit headlines that she was dating her high school sweetheart late last year, she took to Instagram to post a photo posing in a mirror wrapped around her man. In the caption, she wrote, "They want to talk? Let's give them something to talk about." Many other provocative photos were shared during that time, but despite all the hate that they've received online, it's only made them stronger as a couple. So that's all I have to share with you guys, considering Nicki did kind of do all the talking for us on Queen Radio. But right now, you guys, I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are about Wendy's claims. Did she go too far this time, or is this the typical Wendy fashion? Also, are you happy to see Nicki married, and what did you think about what she had to say? Share all your thoughts in the comment section below. After that, while you're leaving comments, you guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't before. I mean, it's Monday, it's like the perfect day to do it. And also hit the bell to be notified the second we post a new Clevver News update. After that, catch up on all the news you missed right over here. I'm Sizzle Morad. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.